Yes, of course. Right? If the prices of the petrol are increases, prices of the vegetables also will be increased. See, now this is a basic concept. Correlation means understanding about two variables. Now whether it if one variable increases, then another variable will increase. Sometimes when it is increases, another variable decreases. If it is decreases, another variable increases. Sometimes when it is decreasing, another variable decreases. When it is increasing, another variable will be increasing. I think you understand the concept. Now, properties of the correlation that you can go through this. Now, types of correlation, positive correlation and negative correlation. Simple positive correlation means in which both variables are move in the same direction. Remember this. Same direction means if the values of the two variables deviate in the same direction, that is, if the increase or decrease in the values of one variable results on an average in a corresponding increase or decrease in the values of the other variables, correlation is said to be correlation. Very simple. If it is increasing, if the another variable is increasing, that is called a positive correlation. If it is decreasing, and if another variable also decreasing, that is a positive correlation. Okay, simple to understand. Go through the notes, you will understand. Negative means if one is increasing, if another one is decreasing, that right? Yeah. Now, suddenly calls are coming. Now, linear correlation and non-linear correlation. Now, here, if you take the linear correlation and the non-linear correlation, here, then the ratio of the change between the variable is the same. The amount of change in one variable bears to the constant ratio. If you take this amount change with another one, then, for example, consider the variable x and y, that if the ratio of the change between the variables is the same, then the amount of the change in one variable is not in a constant ratio. Say that correlation is a non-linear. If it is in the same way, that is called the linear correlation. Okay, these methods of measuring correlation. Okay, this is the simple thing. It is very easy to understand. Scattered diagram method. These are important things. Graphical method. Mathematical methods are Curl-Pearson method. This is very popular method, Curl-Pearson correlation method. Next one is ranking method, rank method, and second one is the concurrent method. In the scatter diagram, we will take the two variables, one variable in the x-axis, another variable in the x-axis. When you plot it, right, when it is going straight, the line, that means from 0, 2.5, it is increasing. That is perfect positive correlation. Now, from this, if it is decreasing from 10 to down, it is decreasing. Right? This is perfect negative correlation. Now, high positive correlation means this. If all the scattered things are near to that, this is called the high positive. If it is dispersed, low positive. Right? High negative, down, but decreasing. Low negative, again down, dispersing. No correlation means, see, correlation means, see, all the variables are scattered. All the things are not in a same place. See, if you see this, the correlation is there, but high negative correlation. Right? Am I audible? Some in the middle call came, I disconnected. Hello?
Yes, you're audible.
Okay, thank you. Graphical method. Graphic method, we know that x-axis, y-axis, you will plot the values on the x-axis, you plot the values of y on the y-axis. If you draw the line, you will get it. Now, Curl-Pearson. There is a formula. See, from here onwards, I no need to explain much about these things. All the things what you need to do is, I mean, much explain means I will tell what is what. You need to buy hard the formula. There is no any other choice for it, because the man called Pearson created this formula. You need to take the values and substitute in that formula. That's it. Nothing more than, if it is chalk and board, I would explain. I will draw. I would write the that formula on the board, and I should draw, and I will do that. Okay. Now this is the formula for the call Pearson. See this, the value, you need to understand the definition is widely and mathematical wherein numeric. Pearson method in correlation is most popular, widely used in quantity. The coefficient of correlation is denoted by small r. Now see this. The value of the coefficient of correlation always lies between plus and minus 1. Listen to this carefully, such as plus 1 is perfect positive correlation, plus minus 1 is perfect negative correlation, 0 is no correlation. If the values are between +1 to -1, it is between that. If it is 0, there is no correlation. Simple. What is this 0 means? No correlation. That's what we correlation means. What relationship? Petrol price, unemployment. There is no relationship. If you put the values of unemployment percentage for last 5 years and the what is that petrol highs price, I mean increase of the petrol price or something values in the another variable in the y, and if you apply the formula on this, when you get the value +1, it is perfect positive correlation, -1 perfect negative correlation, 0 no correlation. Okay. Now you can see that there are some assumptions. See this x values, y values are there. You put it in that x values you will get, and you need to calculate x minus x, and then x square, y minus 2, y square, and you will get the values, and you need to put it in a formula. Now see this answer plus 0.896. Now interpret this value. Is it positive correlation or negative correlation? Hello. Positive correlation, right? Plus one side is positive correlation, minus one side is negative correlation. Okay. Now there are some illustrations or formulas are given. You can go through that. Otherwise, other error, standard deviation, probable errors are there. There are some other things are there, and different methods are there in the calculation of this. Spearman's correlation also there. There is this formula is there. Same thing. There will be two variables, Meena and Lekha. See this? Two ladies are asked to rank 7 bands of lipsticks. The ranks given by them are this follows. See, so A to G, Meena ranked from 1 to 7, Reena ranked 2, 1, 4. Now this is calculate Spearman's rank correlation. What kind of rank correlation you will get? See this? Now RS, the value. I am not explaining the formula, how to get it. You will, by looking at it, you will understand. Now I'm talking about the interpretation. What is the meaning of it? See, RS 0.75. That means high positive correlation. That means the prices of the lipsticks, Meena ranking and the Rekha ranking having 5. That means both of them are mostly ranking in the same way, right? And the same way, there are some other examples as well here. Self-assessment, you can do that. Pearson and this deviation method. Right? Some examinations are there. This is easy unit only. Now again, regression. 10th unit is talking about the regression. What is this regression? See, regression again is the establishing relation to closely related variables. We can estimate the value of one variable based on the other. For example, if we know that the price and supply are related to each other, we can estimate the supply given the price and vice versa. Now here see. Now we are going into the another level. We started with the level of calculating average, calculating central tendency by looking at the average, mean, mode, variation, standard deviation, and next one is the variations in that. Now coefficient of variables, coefficient of variables. Then after that we came to correlation analysis, Pearson correlation. Now correlations are between two variables. Central tendency and other methods, what we have seen as also single variable. Again, now regression analysis. This is also another important analysis. Now, for example, if I take 5 values of, now let us say, I know today the sales of cars, right? For first 5 days. Day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5. Now, in the regression, what will be the sales for the 6th day? Right? If you put all the 5 days variables, you will get to know the 6th day regression analysis. Are you understanding what I'm trying to say? This is another level. So now this is here. Where is this? The term regression was introduced by this man, Francis Galton. He coined this term to describe the biological phenomenon. The phenomenon was the heights of the descendants of tall ascendants tend to regress down towards the normal value. For Galton, regression had only biological meaning. Regression methods continue to be the same. Now see these assumptions, you will see that. The sample selected for the study represent the population and can be effectively used for the prediction. See, regression means you need to remember another thing is that prediction. What will be the next? Prediction means talking about the future. All independent variables are uncorrelated with the error term. Now, again, here see dependent and independent variable. We need to understand another important factor here. What is dependent variable? Based on another variable, if this variable is changing, that is called, we call it as a dependent variable. If it is based on another variable, if that variable is not independent of the other variable, independent means it won't depend on any other thing. Now, let us say the hike of the vegetable, increase of the price of the vegetables is then a dependent variable on what? On what? Petrol prices. Are you understanding? Now, see, in the types of regression, there is simple linear regression analysis. In that, it involves an attempt to develop a straight line or linear mathematical series, workload in percentage, efficiency in percentage. We will plot this. Multi-linear regression model, the dependent variable is the function only if of only one independent variable, whereas the multi-regression model, the dependent variable is a function of two or more independent variables. Non-linear regression means non-linear relationship between the observational data, also called as the dependent variables, and one or more independent variables. Another non-linear regression is a form of regression analysis. Now, partial regression is to effect of unit change in the independent variables. See, this partial means only effect of unit change. If one unit is changed, and if it is on the another one, then it will be changed. Now, logistic regression. It is a statistical method for analyzing the effect of one or more independent variable, and the output may be a dichotomous or the ordinal or a continuous thing. Right? Ridge regression, lasso regression, these are all extra things. Maybe the few four things you can focus on that. Now, correlation and regression, now we will understand it is measured the degree of covariability. That means how much variation, how much relation is there between one variable to another variable, that is a correlation. Now, nature of relationship between two variables is about the regression analysis. It measures the degree of association. It predicts the unknown variable. Are you understanding the purpose here? It will degree of association. How much it is associated to one variable to another variable, it talks. Here, it talks about to prediction that. Remember that regression is for prediction, correlation is for association or this thing. Okay. Now, there are different models, independent variable X, dependent variable X. Now, there is one beautiful formula for this, Y is equal to A plus BX. Always X denotes the dependent variable, Y denotes. If Y is changing, X will change. If you know that for 5 days of the data, you can understand the 6th date of the data. This is how you need to calculate on Y and X, cap sigma Y and sigma X. And if you substitute the values, you will get it. Okay. Now, there are some sums here. This is about the regression. Errors are there, standard error estimate. Finding correlation through the regression coefficient. Actually, if you know one value, find the means of the two series and correlation coefficient. Based on this is the two things. Two regression lines are given in this for certain X and Y series which are correlated. And when this, find the means of the two series and the coefficient. If you multiply these two equations, you will get X value and X bar value. And when you find out the X value, and if you put it in the regression line, Y is equal to A plus BX, you will get the R value, 0.0006. That is the coefficient of the correlation analysis. Okay, this is for your understanding. I went pretty fast. Now, time series analysis is another important thing. In the time series analysis, it talks about the studying this unit. You should be, let me directly go into that. The series is the systematic arrangement of data. Data are gathered or rearranged on a chronological order is known as the time series. Okay, in a proper order, chronological order, if it is arranged, then we call it as in the time series. Analysis of time series data into different ways to take a decision is known as the analysis of time series. The time series analysis is the statistical technique which deals with the time series data or the trend analysis. Now see, here, if you understand this in the time series, Now, correlation between two variables. Regression is to predict the next variable or the another variable. Time series, it will talks about the time periods or the intervals and how it is going on in a timeline. Now, if you go to the now series, time series may be defined as sequence of repeated measurements of variable made periodically through the time. Now, during those times, this is the variable, this is how it is coming. During those years, this is how it is coming. During the summer, this is how it is coming, right? And objective to study the past behavior of the data. If you take the data and over a period of time, how the data is increasing and decreasing. Now, it will talks about the forecasting for the future as well. Now, in the past, it is this, and in the future, how it is. We need to understand and get the data there. Okay. Right. Now, components of the time series: secular trend, seasonal variation, cyclical variations, and degree variation. Secular trend means long-term variation. It will variable tend to increase or decrease over a period of time. Seasonal variation means during some season the variation will be there. You will see that. Now, for example, decreasing the price of food grain during the harvest season. That we know that. Right. Next one, cyclical variation. In one cycle, it will be useful. In another cycle, it won't be useful. Now, irregular variations are we can random or the residual thing or a period. Sometimes it will change, sometimes it won't change. Now, decomposition of the trend, addictive model, multiple model, and point of difference between two models also there. Now, secular trends are there. Now, methods of measurements of the trend. These are the methods again: freehand or graphical method, semi-average method, method of moving averages, method of least square. Okay, these are all the methods we have. If you go to this time series, very easy to calculate this also. We can easily calculate the time series of these things, semi-total, semi-averages. If you do for 3 years and 3 years, and if you get the data, easily you can solve the problem. By looking at these examples, you can easily calculate this. Okay. This is just the basics about the time series. Trend equations also there. How to draw the trend, we can also easily do that. Now, probability and the distribution is there. Okay, I will ask Sir to give one more class to me so that I can just explain this probability theory and this block 4. If I again do this and you will be confused for this. As of now, today or till this class, we learned about, first thing is that we started with the correlation, coefficient of variable. Second one is the correlation, and the third one is the regression thing, right? And in this regression analysis and this, we did it. After regression, we went on the time series analysis. Or in the time series, we have different types are there. Time series is to understand the speculate the data or the understand the time behavior. Based on that, the sums are given. Again, see the numbers how it is given. Substitute in the formula, you will get the answer. Okay. Okay, I will stop here. And I will ask Sir to arrange one more class, maybe next week or it is possible at that time. Okay. Ma, is that fine? Hello, are you all there, Ma? Anybody is there or left?
Not sure. There. Okay.
Okay, right. I will ask Sir one more class.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
I will try to complete that next block 4. Okay, right, Mother. Bye. Have a nice day. Good night.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Right.